Ladies and gentlemen, live breaking news. We got him. The sniveling, ooze, pus-filled, contagion, viral infection, slimy snake, American psycho haircut that passes for a man, Gavin Soulless Newsom. I say he's soulless because, this guy, I don't know what he does. I think he sleeps in a vat of some sort of dark, matter ooze that allows him to just lie, without any sense of even a little normal flinch that a warm-blooded human being would have, even just something. He shows no signs. The cavalierness which he lies is unbelievable. New leaked text messages confirm. Oh, this is vindication. Breaker. Eagle one to woodchuck. Eagle one to woodchuck. Shh, come in. Shh. Eagle one, we have the snake vermin. Shh. We have the snake. I repeat, we have the snake. The Palisades Fire was not only 1 billion% preventable, as we all knew, but what these new leaked text messages reveal is that was all part of the plan. This was first leaked by the Los Angeles Times. I'm going to play you a quick clip of the interview with the author. What these text messages reveal is that Los Angeles firefighters warned superiors about smoldering embers at the Lachman Fire site on January 2nd, 2025, but were ordered to leave, allowing hotspots to reignite 6 days later as the Palisades Fire. This blaze was intentionally set by Jonathan Rinderknett. We did a whole stream on that. Scorched over 10,000 acres, destroyed 6,800 structures, and killed 12 people near Pacific Palisades. Federal investigators and lawsuits targeted the LAFD, city and state officials for response failures amid public outcry and calls for accountability from Mayor Karen Do-Nothing-Baz and Governor sleazy American psycho Newsom. Check out this interview by our very own Alex Michelson. Congratulations, Alex, if you happen to be watching this, with the author of this Los Angeles Times breaking story. Check this out.
Before the Palisades Inferno, firefighters were ordered to leave smoldering burn site. The report suggests that firefighters sounded the alarm about leaving, but they were not listened to. Joining us now is Paul Pringle, the Pulitzer Prize-winning investigative journalist who co-authored this piece for the LA Times. Paul, first off, thank you for this important work. Welcome to The Story Is. Can you sort of break down the main thing that you found here?
Yes, what we found is that the firefighters on the ground of the January 1 fire the next day were ordered to pack up their hoses and leave by their battalion chief, even though they said the ground is still smoldering in places, rocks are hot to the touch, their tree stumps are smoking or are also hot to the touch. And that's what they did. They did as they were ordered. They left the scene. And as a federal investigation determined later, and that people had suspected for months, when the winds arrived on January 7, it picked up those embers that were left behind on January 2nd and caused the Palisades Fire.
Now, there are 67 battalion chiefs in the LA Fire Department. It shouldn't be that hard to figure out which one of those battalion chiefs, we don't know as of now, ordered these firefighters to leave their posts and leave these smoldering hotspots. But the orders came down from on high. And Karen, and the author of the LA Times article in that interview just mentioned that on January 7th, the winds picked up and it just blew up, and that fire became an absolute inferno. It was the worst fire in LA history. Karen Do-Nothing-Baz knew. If you live in Southern California, or if you live anywhere near California, even if you don't, you are hyperbolically aware of this phenomenon known as the Santa Ana winds. These are the winds that come in from the east, go through the Cajon Pass, go through the canyons, build up steam, get all that hot air, and they literally blow with disastrous implications. They are some of the most, poets have written about the Santa Ana winds. Folklore and mystique and mythical power of the Santa Ana winds is not lost on anybody, and it shouldn't have been lost on the mayor who went to Ghana, went to Africa, knowing full well all the warnings that her staff, emergency technicians and personnel warned her about, but she still went anyway. And it caused the greatest fire disaster. Remember, fire hydrants ran out of water. There was no water in the reservoir. The director of the Department of Water and Power for Los Angeles gets paid $800,000 a year. And the only reservoir that literally should be filled 24/8 that could have saved thousands and thousands, billions and billions of dollars in destruction, lives, citizens, residents, hardworking taxpayers. Her number one priority, diversity. That's her number one priority. While California residents, hardworking, tax-paying citizens, legal citizens, suffer from her negligence. DEI kills. I've said it a million times. Check this out. What you see on your screen right now, Spencer Pratt posted this yesterday. For anyone who doubted that firefighters did not want to leave the Lachman Fire but were ordered to leave, we told you this weeks ago. Now, here is the actual, I always bring the receipts. Here's the actual text message. And I actually showed this to a couple of my firefighter friends. These are people who've been working as firefighters for decades. And they told me, they go, Nez, there's no way in a million years this is legit. There's no way any firefighter who takes their job seriously at all would ever leave a smoldering hotspot. They called this fake news. But after what just happened yesterday and this story breaking today, I tell you, this text message rings a lot more true as it does today. So here's a private message that was sent to Spencer Pratt. This was a couple of months ago saying, hey, I'm an LA City firefighter who was told to pick up hose on January 2nd in the Palisades. There were several hot spots and it was definitely still smoldering. Tons of smoldering tree stumps still remained that needed to be dug out and water applied. I believe a hand crew needed to come in and mop up the whole area with water. I just wanted to let you know so you have the truth. I had a chief walk by me that day and I showed him a hot spot. He said it was good enough and we continued to pick all the hose up. I was using water that was draining out of the hose to put red hot coals out. I couldn't believe we walked away from that burn scar the way it was. I have almost 23 years on and I don't feel the fire from the first was properly mopped up. This affects not only every Californian, but every American. And I would say even the world at large, because Obama is touting this guy as the person to run in 2028. I know Kamala's doing her thing, but Ghetto Crockett, the radical faction, I think this might be the reason why Obama hasn't endorsed Mamdani for New York City mayor. I think the far radical left regime is going to have their day, but I think at the end, because as stupid, ridiculous, anti-American as Democrats are, there's a little semblance of intelligence. There has to be a little semblance of, if we want to win, we can't be too radical left. And so Newsom is now being hailed by Obama and others as the guy to run in 2028 against J.D. Vance. So you have an important proposition coming up. I'm going to talk about why you should vote no on it and why this affects everybody, because this is the guy that wants to make America California. This is the guy that wants to pass on these destructive ideologies to the rest of the country and the world at large. And if you think this instance of gross negligence, which now I hear, I'm getting a breaking report that Palisades citizens and residents are now going to be filing a class action suit. God bless you guys. We support you against Newsom and Bass for their gross negligence. Awesome. We need more of that. This isn't the only thing. Check this out. This just happened again. Remember the guy who ran over and killed that poor coach from Pomona on the 10 freeway not that long ago, who was an illegal, who was issued a CDL when he failed his CDL test, just like the guy in Florida? Well, guess what? Check this out. Secretary Sean Duffy just posted this, a new video exposes a trucker who can't speak English. How in the hell, he's furious here, did someone like that get a commercial driver's license? The only way non-English speakers can get behind the wheel of a big rig is if states refuse to enforce our law. Check out this video and color me shocked when the guy answers where he got his CDL. Watch.
You understand English? You do? Why did you park here? No good. Is there anybody else in the truck? Is there anybody else in the truck?
My company.
Your company. Okay, you don't understand English. Pants. Put your pants on.
Pants on? What?
Put your pants on. Pants. Put some pants on.
Yeah, okay.
You don't understand English. What company do you work for?
The company, California.
Your company's called California?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't understand me.
What company do you work for? And the guy responds, California. My friends, this should make everybody angry. This should make everybody livid. I mean, they're playing with Americans' lives. The Democrats, we're on day 31 of the shutdown. Air traffic controllers aren't getting paid. Military aren't getting paid. As a matter of fact, Trump's trying to pay them, but the Democrats are trying to stop him. Now there's even new word that Schumer and Hakeem, this was all part of the plan. They were going to open the government after the elections. This was all used as political theater for their own interest, their own gain, sacrificing American lives, feeding their kids. And now they're sacrificing our lives. And when they let in tens of millions of people under the Kamala regime, and all the criminals, rapists, gangsters, thugs, Tren de Aragua, terrorists, foreign spies, etc., that have absolutely caused mortal harm to Americans, they're playing with our lives. Is this the guy you want to run America? This is why you should vote no on Prop 50, okay? Gavin Newsom is a lifelong abysmal failure. He cheated on his AIDS wife. He cheated on his wife with his AIDS wife, for crying out loud. He turns everything he touches into absolute beep. Look what he did to California. Number one in homelessness. Number one in poverty. Number one in retail crime. Number one in gas prices. Number one in illiteracy. Number one in wage stagnation. Number one in frivolous lawsuits. Number three in unemployment. Number two in housing costs. Number two in water bills. Number one in restrictions on workers. Number one in anti-business regulations. Number three in energy, electricity costs. Number three in inequality. Number one in income tax. I can vouch for that. Number one in gas tax. I can vouch for that. Number one in budget deficit. Number two in educational inequity. Number one in COVID school shutdowns. Was the worst period ever for my kids. They were in middle school. Number one in COVID business shutdowns. Number one in COVID mandates, even though he went to the French Laundry, hung out with his friends, unmasked and social distance, right? Everything. It's good enough for thee, but not good for me. Number one in illegal border crossing. Number one state, ladies and gentlemen. The number one state. Do these CDL foreign truck drivers make sense? These guys are literally driving 8-ton killing machines on highways and freeways. The freeways are bad enough with actual normal people who can read the signs. With people who can't speak the English, can't even read the signs, and fail their CDL test 10 times. Are you kidding me right now? Number one in funding for illegal immigrants, and number one in people leaving the state, the largest exodus ever. When I say vote no on Prop 50, it's not just some empty political interest. This affects American lives, period. And if you think that's it, I've got one more thing to share with you. And I'm begging you, please tap that thumbs up if you love America. Share this with everybody you know. Leave a comment. Even if you're watching this on your TV or another device, get on your phone, open the Professor Nez YouTube channel, and leave a comment. Let them know. Secretary Duffy, his staff, they all watch this show. Let him know. Check out Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz found out that, he even said, buckle up for this one, that more than $1 billion of federal taxpayer dollars were being spent on funding Medicaid for illegal immigrants. And guess who's number one? California with $1.3 billion. Listen.
A major reason given by the Democratic Party for the government shutdown is the passionate desire to get rid of the one big beautiful bill that was just signed into law. But that law allows us to ensure that illegal immigrants are not having their health care paid for by the federal government. Turns out, despite allegations that that's not true, it is 100% a truthful statement to say that we're spending money from Washington to care for illegal immigrants around the country. How do I know that? We started investigating the first few states that we thought would be most likely to have done this. And it turns out just in the last few months, it's already $1 billion plus of money that's been spent in states that think that they should provide health care to illegal immigrants. What that means is that if you're a taxpayer in Texas or Florida, your tax dollars could have been used to fund the care of illegal immigrants in California. That's not the law anymore.
My fellow Californians, you have to vote no on Prop 50. As a matter of fact, if you care at all about America, you have to vote red up and down the line. I don't care if you're a former Democrat. I don't care if you're an independent. I don't care who you are. I mean, I don't even consider myself right or left. I'm more, if I had to define myself, I'm more of a constitutional centrist because I love America. I love the principles, values, and liberties that this country was founded on. And it's not even about political parties for me. I love America. So I always want to do and put America first. If you feel the same way, you just have to. This is not a recognizable Democratic Party anymore. It's just not. You got to vote red all the way up and down the line so we can get our country back. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. All the Democrats that are in charge right now are literally academics in sheep's clothing. So please, I beg you, tap that thumbs up if you love America. It takes you 2 seconds. Even if you're doing it watching TV right now, you can do it with your remote. Just tap the thumbs up, leave a comment, and let these people know how you feel and vote red all the way across the line. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here, just in case you missed them. Tap my face right here to subscribe and follow. It's absolutely free. And as always, may God bless you and may God bless the USA and all who defend her. I'll see you soon.